Bum, 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 bum. Guys, we are here. We are live. 100, 200, high stakes, heads up, Nolan Hold'em action is going down today. Session number 3 between my man Fedor Holz, the young prince from Germany, battling against one of the high stakes end bosses right now. Debatably on who you ask, but I think a lot of people out there would agree. This guy is one of the top poker players at Nolan Hold'em cash games in the world right now. We got my man Limitless. The boys have been battling so far today after Limitless challenged Fedor last year. I think it was last July, back on my Poker Live podcast on my YouTube channel. And he called him out. He said he would play him drunk. The first session, we got to see these two boys battle back and forth. And Limitless had 3 bottles of wine, made some questionable plays. There was a little bit of drama. Second session was a little bit more subdued as the boys were also battling in some tournaments as well. So we switched to 2 tables last time. We get to see whole cards up. We get to see cameras of the players. We get to hear the players talk. And last match went back and forth a little bit, but Fedor once again was the victor. And Fedor Holz currently up in the challenge so far. We got a session today. We got a session on Saturday. It's going to be at the same time on Saturday. And my name's Joey Ingram, aka Scott with Joey, coming to you, G2 headquarters, Las Vegas, Nevada. Last match, they didn't really say too much, so I'll try to stay out the way if they keep talking, but if they don't talk, then I'm going to have to make up things to say.
Now I got to watch out when I see your face that and you look like you're bluffing.
I have different, yes, I have...
That you're not bluffing on the other table, you know, so...
Yes,
that would be a big problem. Then you look sketchy, and then you're bluffing. And
okay, I give up. Well, no, it was on 2-fork table. I had a.
That's why I'm saying, like, you never know.
Yes.
When we surprise see him check, he does indeed block. Bet small. Now Fedor's got pocket 7s. He's got to decide what hands do I beat here. I beat 9-10. I beat King 10. If he didn't, most of those hands would probably tell you he should bet King 10 price C bet, 9-10 price C bet. Then you start thinking about what hands can you beat that wouldn't c-bet, and it's a good question. So he might actually find a fold here with the pocket 7s. Might feel like Victor isn't bluffing here enough. You know, Victor, if he check calls a 6, he's probably not going to bluff a 6. If he check calls ace high, he's probably not going to bluff ace high, but he might need to start bluffing some of those to include in his range. So it beats a hand like 8-10, 9-10, King 10. Right hand side, 4-bet alert, lock in. Here we go. Queen 5 of clubs for Fedor Holz. With the 4-bet, Limitless has the pocket 10s. Is he going to go all in? So Fedor mixing up Queen 5 clubs. He does shove all in. Fedor has to lay it down. Nice pot goes Limitless's way. Left hand side. Small pot energy currently in the mix. As Fedor Holz is deciding in the tank, what hands is this guy bluffing me with here?
Feels like a jack. King 10, maybe.
Maybe quads.
Yeah, maybe quads, but unlikely. It's quite unlikely. King 10 maybe.
Good read, Jack. You're not here to give up.
True. Victor, no, you don't win by folding, huh?
I was distracted with the red.
Made an out-of-line check raise and then got distracted by the other table.
Rotten Hell says, prefer format of Doug's match. More interesting without whole cards. Looking at ranges, knowing the card takes away from that. Also prefer player interviews for hype instead of having them on the screen. Yeah, I'm kind of mixed about the seeing the people's hands versus not. I don't know. It was kind of fun not seeing their hands. Maybe I'll cover their hands up. Let me see if I can do that. Right hand side, 3-bet by Fedor, ace queen offsuit. Flops King 10 deuce. See what Fedor decides to do. Gut shot. Backdoor Bangkok blocker in his hand as well. Limitless has the jack high flush draw. Expect him to just call. Yeah, what format do you guys like better? Do you like it better with the cards, without the cards? People that may have seen those broadcasts. Turn is a 7 of hearts. So Victor going to be calling the flop with his kings, 10s, maybe straight draws like a jack 9, queen jack, flush draws as well too. Fedor turns the future blocker there. Rottenhell says, let's see difference in your commentary between to do one table with no hole cards. That sounds great. That's a good idea. I'm actually going to do that. See if Fedor decides to do. I think he's going to bet again. But a lot of that range that Victor called with on the flop is also going to call with on the turn. Maybe Victor does lay down maybe a deuce, maybe some ace highs. But some of his hands that are backdoor draws are going to have backdoor hearts, so he turns backdoor heart. So Victor turns it the gutter as well. So he actually might think about shoving here, but I see a little dicey. A little dicey. He's not folding. We know that. He's either shoving or there we go. He does call. River is a king. So if he's got a 10, he's not going to lay this one down. So Fedor's got to be worried about that. The flush draw does miss. Fedor beats that with the ace high, unless the guy has a hand like a jack 7 or 7-9 of spades. Fedor also beats ace queen. He beats jack 9. So I expect him to check here and then call it off when Victor bluffs. And we are going to see it. Fedor going to work him down. I mean, of course, the guy could have a king, could have a 10, but he also has a lot of other misdraws. And with that 7 of hearts, picks up a little bit of possibility of a backdoor heart draw. So I think Fedor's going to be able to find the call here. Let's see. Big pot energy is brewing all in. He ships it. This is why you need to have a king in your hand sometimes, because when you get to the river, you want to be able to value bet a king. So Fedor Holz, can he find the call? $11,000 bet. 21,000 in the pot. He does lay a call. Nice call by the young Prince. Fedor Holz, ace queen offsuit. 40-some $1,000 pot.
Your face, Victor.
Very nice
When it gets
hand.
a bit random, I know I have to.
Feeling good.
Yeah, I felt you might call me there. Oh, jam.
Thomas says, you don't think that there were too many bluffs for Limitless on the board and the SPR was too low to let Fedor fold a lot of his hands. What's your question? I'm sorry. Your question is, do I think that Limitless had a lot of bluffs? Is that the question? Just, yeah, ask the question one more time, Poppy. Right-hand side, 3-bet, 4-5 of clubs for Fedor. Flops a single gutter? Single gutter with to the 6. And, I thought he had double gutter for a second. And a flush draw. Turn is an 8. So Limitless improves his hand. Not really. Still has ace high, but he turns the open end straight draw. Fedor, not looking good for the young Prince. He's got that gutter to Mexico. And he's got that weak flush draw. Plus when Victor calls, it's a bad card for him. Makes some 2 pairs for Victor. His gut shots make it straight. Let's see if Fedor decides to do 9,500 in the pot. I expect him to check here. It's just kind of sick. Sick to check call here with the flush draw, but he's not going to lay it down. So maybe he decides to bet it. And he does bet it. Now Victor, I don't think he's going to go anywhere. So ace 10, flush blocker if it comes in. Has a 10 in his hand. Has to think Fedor is pretty strong when he does bet here. Fedor betting hands like overpairs. Maybe like jacks, pocket queens, hand like king 9. And Victor does call. Here we go, guys. Sausage in hand for Fedor Holz. As Limitless leaves the left-hand table, right-hand side, Fedor. Is he going to go ahead and bluff this hand off? He has clubs. What does he hope that Victor would fold here? Maybe a hand like king 10, ace 10, queen 10. Maybe gets him off at 8. He does represent overpair with the line he's told so far. 21,000 in the pot, 10,000 behind. And he does go all in.
Yeah, I got kicked out.
So
from
Fedor
everyone. Okay, back.
finds the triple barrel. Can Limitless find the hero call?
Right.
He can beat 4-5 of clubs.
Well,
He can beat maybe King 10. If Fedor does go off here with Ace King, Ace Queen, or flush draws, he can beat those. So can Limitless find the call? The big pot energies brewing. Lock in here, guys. Couple pots brewing on the left-hand side as well, too. So 3-bet pre-flop, bet flop, bet turn, shoves river. And not many suited cards that have nothing here. He does lay it down. Nice bluff. And Fedor
nice,
shows the
nice.
Bluff. Nice hand. Nice hand there by the young prince. Fedor Holz.
Not sure about the turn, but also
Yeah,
not sure
of
about the river.
Yeah, river 100%.
River, I think I have to, but it doesn't feel great. But
Yes.
7 is so good.
Beautiful show there by Fedor. I love it. Pro says Victor seems to be in good shape today. He's definitely in good shape right now. By good shape, you mean he's not drunk? Yeah, it's true. He's not drunk. He's not drinking any wine. Or smoking cigars or vaping, really. So a little something brewing on the left-hand side. Fedor, we're going to bet the pot here with the 5 deuce, yeah. Okay. Limitless has bottom pair. Also with the straight draw with that 3-7. I mean, he might call here. I don't think so. Big bet. He does call. River's a 5. Fedor makes the miracle trips on the river, and now he can target a jack to get some value from. I mean, Limitless might call him with the 3 here because the flush draw misses. Interesting river here. Nice run out for the young prince. Bernardo, call that. Great commentary as always, Joey. Peace, bro. Thank you, Bernardo. Much love, buddy. Let's see if our man Fedor Holz can get a little bit of value on this river. Can get Limitless to call down with the 3. See what size he goes with. 11,000 in the pot. It's a big pot energy. Begins to brew. And he does bet. 8,200 it looks like. And now Limitless doesn't look good. You can see his face. So Fedor pots the turn. That's big on the river. All Limitless can beat is a bluff. But he knows Fedor Holz has been bluffing him. It's going to be a big bet. 8,200. Blatton says he might shove. I don't think he's going to shove, but you never know. Doesn't seem like he's going to shove with that look on his face. So here we go, guys. He does lay it down. Fedor Holz doesn't get paid off. Shows the deuce of clubs. That's never Fedor. River on the right-hand side. Fedor called the 3-bet pre-flop. Check, check, flop. Limitless check called the turn, and the river is that very, very beautiful 10 of diamonds. So Fedor hits the gutter. Limitless makes the straight himself with the pocket 6s. He's got that bad straight. Not a good spot to be in. Let's see what Fedor decides to do here. He's going to hope that, I mean, maybe he goes all in. No, he's not going to go all in. I'm getting overzealous. Yeah, I think he's got to bet big here. The guy's got a jack or he's got a 6. That's 5,600. So now Wiktor.
King, queen, please.
He does call. I puppy. $19,000 pot goes Fedor Holz's way.
Maybe next time.
Hardly J Game says, why even stream on Twitch if you're just going to drop people? Yeah, I don't know. Good question. Not sure. Left-hand side action flop. Big pot energy will be brewing here. Bottom set for Fedor and PLO. We call that the fucking idiot set because anytime you get a lot of money in with the bottom set in PLO, you feel like an idiot. So, but this time Fedor and Hold'em, they only got 2 cards. So Limitless. He does just check call. Fedor going to have to start building some big pot here with that big pot energy. Get that energy out brewing here, young prince. Turn is a deuce. Nice safe card for both players. Wiktor still likes his hand. Only loses to ace 3, 3, 6, and a couple 2 pairs. Fedor, bottom set. Let's see if he goes for a big bet. Gets a little bit greedy on the turn. He does go for that big bet indeed. Gets a little bit greedy. And now Limitless has the top pair, top kicker. He's got a call. Fedor's hoping for a safe river, preferably a 10 of hearts. He does call. River's a 7. Nice safe card. 9,000 in the middle. 19,000 behind. Fedor Holz gets the safe run out. Limitless has to like his hand as well. Top pair, top kicker. He beats King 10. He beats some club draws. If Fedor would have overbet a 5 or a 4 on the turn, I don't know if he would have. It's a safe river card. Maybe Fedor decides to turn some of his hands into bluffs. How much is Fedor Holz going to go for? Lock in, Prince. What are you going to bet here? He goes for the pot. And Wiktor calls. $28,000 pot, Fedor Holz's way. No talking there from the boys. So Fedor Holz. Very lucky hand right there. Right hand side lock back in. 3-bet pot. Fedor bet the flop. Bets the turn. Wiktor still has those ace highs. Fedor, 2 over cards. Turns the flush draw. Wiktor calls. River is the flush. Now Fedor most likely going to check. And Wiktor probably check back with the ace high. He does lose to ace king, ace queen. Maybe he thinks about turning this into a bluff sometimes. $13,000. They see the flush coming. The flush king. The young prince in the house. The chat's freaking out. Listen, guys, how do you think this guy won? He had the year of a lifetime in 2016. How do you think he did it? Let's see if he can pick it up here. What's he going to do? Very tricky spot. 3-bet pre-flop, bet flop, bet turn. Makes the flush on the river, but the board is a 5-5-5. You know, you're liking it, but you're not loving it. Is he going to really bluff here? Or, I'm sorry, bet for value? Bet for value. Try to call by ace high. Young Prince tanking down, balancing it hard. He does bet small. What's going on here, guys? 3,400, is that right? Okay. Is he really going to take this guy to Value Town on the river?
Man, I think you hit the 6.
So Wiktor, call the 3-bet. Faces 3 bets. I mean, well, you know. You can beat King 10.
Yeah, 1 sec, right back. Got to open my wine.
It is a thing.
Okay, now Wiktor is very happy. It's good.
Wiktor is happy?
Yes. Yes, very, very happy.
Yeah, how much action did you have? Big piece?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I had some of this.
How much action do you buy these days?
You mean I don't really buy too much, like maybe for some live games, but 2, 3, 4. Fuck, I don't even see if I don't think it's not touch. Yeah. Cool.
Right hand side, Fedor gets unlucky. The dance I did to get Limitless back at some run good has worked out as Limitless rivers the flush, but even when he rivers the flush, it's a little unlucky because the board's now paired, and he's not going to be able to get any value from his hand. As Fedor Holz shows down the king.
The Triton, I make myself birthday gift. I played like 100%. Cashed, but I got unlucky later stages. It was pretty fun. But,
you did what?
The Triton in London was during my birthday, so I just gifted myself no selling. I don't like sell.
And how did it go?
I cashed, but Jungle Man won my flip. Okay, now.
1 million?
Time. No, 1 million. I got no invite. They didn't want me. I got all the suits and everything, but the other one, the 100.
You had the suit, but no invite for Wiktor. How much does Stefan like? What is like when you look at your strategy and his strategy? Like, how different is it? Is he doing like totally different stuff, or?
Yeah, he does some different stuff. I mean, now I'm just chilling and having fun, but yeah, like it's a bit different. I don't want to get into details. We have like 40 seconds left, so.
But just general that you can share without.
Like the pre-flop and everything. That's some good stuff that he changes the strat like every time we play, so that's quite interesting.
Is there any limping in your match, or only?
There was some, but then we stopped. Yes.
I think Fedor is trying to get this guy to give away some strategy. Smart move by Fedor. So left-hand table, I have the cards blocked now, so I don't know what they have. This is actually kind of hard. It's different without the cards, guys. I'll tell you that. So right-hand table, I have cards. Left-hand table, I have them blocked. So I think it's supposed to check raise on the flop. And now, what do I think Limitless has? Oh, wow, this is actually a lot of fun. Okay. Yeah, I would never have guessed 10-6. Wow. Okay. River's a 10. Okay. So Limitless makes the best hand. Fedor, most likely hand is going to be a 7, a 3, a deuce, maybe some turn queens, king, queen, ace, queen, missed flush draws, 4, 5. So let's see what Wiktor decides to do here. River's the 10. Is he going to go for value here and try to get called by one of Fedor Holz's one pair hands? $11,000 in the pot. Lucky River there for Limitless. And he does go all in. Fedor. So Limitless turns his check raise bluff into a possible pot of gold. So Fedor thinking about it. Most likely going to have a one pair hand here. If he has a queen, he's going to call. Most likely he has a 7.
Yeah. I think I have to call this one.
He does call. He shows down the king 7. There we go. Okay. So king 7, $40,000 pot goes Limitless way. Get a bottle of wine in, my guy. And he's on another level. Limitless turns that river. What a nice size in the river. Not a size a lot of people would have went with there, man. Right hand side, Wiktor. Little sausage. That fourth pair checks it back.
I could feel you a little bit like. I saw it.
You saw it?
Like.
I was like, you could see my finger. I was like.
Yes, it was already prepared.
I was ready.
Yes.
Fedor lays it down.
It's so funny in
Whole bunch of
MTTs, like sometimes I want people to fold top pair, they just snap call me off. But then I want them to fold like a weak something and they just fold a flush. It happens to me like 3 times or something already. I'm like, what's going on? It's just insane. Like one time I'm like, okay, maybe he can fold a middle pair. He just folds like super nuts. And one time he just calls me with like I want him to fold like a smaller straight. He calls me with like a weak pair or something.
Yeah, but that's tournament streets, you know? It's field poker.
So
It is
2 4-bet alerts. Lock in, boys. Couple
I'm
big
looking
pot energy
on the
potentially
other
rolling up here. 4-bet on left hand side. Victor's gonna call flops ace queen 3.
Yeah.
I got the cards blocked over there. That's always a better range for the 4-better. Fedor most likely gonna go with that small bet, that $2,500 bet. Right hand side, Victor's 4-bet with the queen deuce. Gets through. Lock in, boys. Big pot energy brewing up here on the left. Smoke begins to billow up from the headquarters. The Gorillas dancing. Bill Perkins is flying by in his jet. Let's see what the young prince decides to do. Trying to extend that lead over Limitless. Goes with that small bet, 2,300 Limitless with a quick fold. And Fedor with the ace king, top pair, top kicker. Nice hand by Limitless, or by Fedor rather. With the king high. Might call one more straight. Left-hand side, Fedor's got the open and straight draw. Might see him check raise. Seems like he's check raising these type of hands, maybe a little often. He does just check call. Right-hand side, counterfeit board, Jack, Jack, 666, the devil sign. Ay, ay, ay. 666, never a good sign to see throughout your day. It can't be good. Let's see if Fedor decides what he's, I mean, he looks like he's thinking about doing something here. So he check call flop, check call turn. Checks river. Now Victor. Let's see what Victor decides to do here. Is he going to bet? Is he going to try to get him off maybe ace high, maybe king high? Of course, Fedor is going to have some jacks, have some sixes. Victor's going to want to bluff here. And he does go for the bluff. Now Fedor can only call a chop. Left-hand side, Fedor going for that nice delayed check raise. Now Victor might be a little suspicious here. Fedor lays down the right-hand side. Left-hand side, Victor might not be believing this check raise. Fedor probably wouldn't check raise a 10 on the turn, so he basically would have to check call the flop with a 9, check raise a 9. He might pick up some heart draws that he might check raise in the turn, and therefore Victor might call 1 and then reevaluate on the river. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Victor lay this one down. He does call, though. And river is a 4. So Victor loses to a 10, loses to a 9. Maybe the guy's got pocket 3s, but I doubt it. And now Fedor in a pretty tricky spot. Check raises the open and a straight draw. That misses. Flush draw misses as well. Let's see if he does go for it here. I don't think it's going to work. So 9,600 in the pot. I mean, we've seen Victor fold in some spots where, you know, maybe we're a little surprised. So this could be another one of those. But I just don't think that Fedor is going to check raise at 10 and Fedor pots it. So Fedor is saying, I got a 9. Maybe I got ace 10. Now Victor's got to think about what kind of hands does he want to call with. He's going to obviously call with any 9, some 10s. And then from there, you got to start thinking about what are the other hands to call with. Pocket 6s might be one of those. He doesn't have a jack or a queen, 8 or a 7.
Ooh.
He does lay it down. Another nice bluff there by Fedor Holz. So Victor just doesn't think the kid's bluffing there enough, I guess. Or maybe he just thinks that's a little bit too light to call down. Or maybe he just thinks that's a hand sometimes you call, sometimes you fold.
Yeah, the poker can be cool sometimes. You had it twice or no? I mean, Felt like one time you bluffed me, but I wasn't sure which one.
One time I bluffed you,
Table,
yeah.
I think on when you showed the 9. I think.
Correct.
How many hands for the whole challenge? There's about 1,600 to 2,000, Tom. 1,600 to 2,000. Extended step says, is Fedor the new heads up Nolan Holm god? I don't know. I'd like to see this guy play Doug Polk personally, because is Limitless gonna lay this one down? He does call rivers and jack. I mean, now the backdoor diamonds miss, the straight misses, 8-9 misses, 6-8 misses. I mean, Fedor gonna have to bluff here sometimes. So Limitless might go in the hero tank call here. The young prince, perfect run out for him. I mean, prefer to see a 5, of course, but here we go. Fedor Holz, decide what size to go with. We've seen him go some small sizes on the river, so he might go with maybe like one of those 3,700s, 3,500s. Throw a strong hand in there occasionally too. Maybe in deuce, but he does jam it in. All in for Fedor Holz. 18,000 effective. He's going for a big pot. Limitless 5-3, calls the 3-bet pre-flop, calls the flop, calls the turn, and he lays down the river. Nice fold. Once again for Limitless as Fedor Holz. Hits him with the emoji, almost up to that $100,000 stack on the right-hand side. Our first $100,000 stack of the session. Nice hand, Poppy. Rotten Hole says, Poppy, one more suggestion for the stream. Can we please get the current who is up and down so much money? What do you say? So normally we got it scrolling through right here. Right here. Can I even do this? Right. Right there. There it is. Bam, the boys got it back. Cool, okay. The boys got it back. That's what we got, the boys in the truck, okay? And the girl. Shout out to, I think I saw lovely lady back there. These guys are working hard. They've been up all night long. They just said they they were eating pizza, trying to needle me, get me all hungry and stuff like that. Young Prince, left-hand side, gotta bluff it. Jack 10, don't think this one's gonna work. If this guy folds this hand, I'm giving Gus a second plane ticket, okay? I'll let him take a companion somewhere. Because, no, he might actually do it. No. Oh no, don't do it. Can this guy really just keep folding the better hand? Please don't. No, I'm getting Gus a companion.
Well, I know
aren't
I cannot fold this, but I feel like you don't bluff that one. Fold.
Oh my God, no.
And here.
Oh my God, no. So what's Fedor going to do here? Check raises flop. He does over. Wow, it's a big ass bet. Limitless thinking about calling. Here we go, guys. Bill Perkins jets flying on by. The smoke billowing from the headquarters here in GTO. As Limitless thinking about making a thin call with the Queen 7. No, I think people care about Gus. This guy's wrong.
Nice hand.
Limitless lays it down again. Fedor shows the 4. They don't seem like slam dunk guy you always call here, and he just happened to fold. Although maybe some of those spots. Yeah, Han says he is overfolding against a guy who is clearly overbluffing. How is that going to work out? Well, left-hand side Fedor with another bluff spot. And Fedor does bluff. Let's see if Victor lays this one down. He's been making a lot of folds here. Might be feeling a little bit frustrated. He does lay it down once again. Fedor.
Wiktor Limitless.
Have to do what to do to win sometimes.
That's true. That's true.
If you blocked me there, then well played, man. It's good. Wow.
But yeah, the music, I didn't choose the music, so sorry if you don't like it, Bobby. Left-hand side 3-bet pre-flop. Fedor probably going to bet again on the turn. 7-3-4. Yeah, Fedor goes with very small bets and 3-bet pots. Definitely could be betting bigger on some of these boards. But it seems like he's using a pretty small C-bet strategy in 3-bet pots. Can't go too wrong with that. Or maybe you could. Maybe you bet small too much. Maybe you don't get value enough in certain spots. So now Fedor's facing a bet. Ace-queen. Not a good spot to be in. Could be a call, could be a fold, probably a mix. But maybe more likely a fold, I'm not sure. Right-hand side, another 3-bet by Fedor. So the pots are starting to pick up a little bit here. Fedor does indeed call, and this is the problem when you call, is that you end up in a lot of bad river spots, and yeah, you're gonna end up with sausage in your hand, that ace high. So river's a deuce, limitless, pot size bet behind. He's only got a jack high. What's he thinking Fedor would check call here with? Maybe a 7, maybe a 4, maybe ace high, some flush draws. But I think he's just got to go for it. He's got to go for it and pray. But he does check it back. Okay, checks it back. Fedor wins with the ace high.
Okay, let's take a 5-minute break then.
30-second break. Yeah. Let's. I just texted in the Discord group. I asked GD to change the dealer. No good today.
No good today.
Yes, today. Today only PLO dealer was
dealer was better.
Yes. All right, so I'll just sit out and we'll take a 5-minute break.
Sounds good.
Right.
All right, the boys are back in the mix. Let's go. Limitless picks up a flush. That dealer change must have worked out for him pretty well. Joel Bradenberg, my guy. Joel, what's happening? Nova Poker Player, what's happening, guys? Nice to see you two over here. NW Poker, hi, Joey. What's happening, brother? Very nice to see you guys. So let's see. Left-hand side, Fedor has that boaty boat. Got the Colombian submarine right now with that 6-7. River is an ace, and somehow Malinowski does not improve to a straight. Right-hand side, Fedor going to be able to get away from this very easily with his ace-jack, second pair. Wiktor a little bit unlucky that Fedor doesn't have a big hand against his flush. Left-hand side, Wiktor, bottom of his range, jack 5 offsuit. Ay, Poppy, we know what happens here. He checks it. Okay. Fedor going to decide what size to go with. Doesn't look like his opponent has much. Uh-oh. A little unlucky on the right-hand side. Fedor check calls the turn. Interesting. Going to set him up for a dicey spot. River is the queen, unfortunately, for Limitless. He loses to a higher club. Can he ever value bet here? Try to get value from an ace? Maybe ace. I don't think so. I mean, man, he checks it back. Yeah, $18,000 pot goes back his way. That dealer change worked out well for Wiktor. I saw somebody earlier ask about my podcast and when I'm going to have a guest on again. I'll get to that after this hand on the right-hand side. A straight for Fedor Holz. Top pair, backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw, a backdoor bonanza here for Limitless. Let's see how much Fedor can extract. He's been going with those small bets on these kind of board textures. Last time we saw him go 1,200, the third pot. Did have a flush draw on it. Let's see if he sizes up here. 3-bet pot. Wiktor, how much is he going to lose? He does go small once again. So 4-5, big pot energy brewing. Bill Perkins' chat flies on by as he observes the action. Doesn't have a side bet on this one. Just likes to watch heads up poker. River turn is an 8. Gives Wiktor a gut shot with that 10. Loses to hands like ace 8, king 8 now. Fedor, obviously, incredibly erect right now. 15 poker hard. Knows he's got a strong hand. But he also knows his opponent has been making making a lot of folding in these later streets. So might think about getting tricky here. He does bet. That's pretty big. Is that 8,000 into 6,500? It's a pretty big bet. Poker hard, poker rock. Limitless calls. River is a blank. It's a jack. So Fedor only loses to 9-10 and 5-9. So pot's 20,000 behind. Fedor's got to decide. Is he going to go for it all? I don't think Limitless is going to call here with the 7. What hands could Fedor be bluffing with? Maybe a hand like Ace-9, King-9, backdoor clubs. All in. The young prince pushes it all in there, hoping to get called by Limitless here. Fedor Holz 3-bet pre-flop, flop the nut straight, bet the flop, bet the turn. Malinowski, his top pair turns into 30. Yes, call. Ay, puppy, big pot. Fedor Holz way $60,000, one of the biggest pots of the session so far. And the dance, Rano hits him with the dance.
That's the.
Oh man, that's
Nice hand.
Puppy. $116,000 in Fedor Holz
really
stack
want
as
to
he is
know how the
absolutely
thought process
dominating
was of
Limitless
this
in
one
today's
making
match.
it into the software. It's like suddenly there's D-Nex dancing.
Yeah, I think that's quite tilting, to be fair. Like if you lose the pot, because it's like it shows two losers because you have like a bad jackpot. But
Yeah.
it's okay.
Maybe he can, but it's not happening right now as Limitless flops top 2 on the left-hand side. Fedor with a mini, not really a bonanza there. 3-9, backdoor straight, backdoor flush, easy fold. But he does call. I mean, those backdoor hands just entice you. They sneak you in a little bit, you know. A backdoor straight draw and a backdoor flush draw is pretty enticing. Turn is a 4 diamonds. The problem with this hand is when you start to get near your backdoor flush draw, you know, or backdoor straight draw rather, like this kind of stuff happens. You know, 4 diamonds on the turn kind of gets you a better hand, but at the same time, it's also a little bit dog. So now he's going to feel like he needs to bluff. Maybe fold Wiktor off of Wiktor's worst overcard hands that are just like maybe pure bluffs, maybe like a deuce. And he does indeed bet Wiktor, including the 5-7 in the check range. I like that a lot. River is a 9, and now Fedor is Fedor. And this is the problem when you peel with the 3-9 of hearts on the flop, is you end up in the dicey spots on the river where you feel inclined to want to bet because you literally have the worst hand possible. The 3-9 is the worst hand possible in the deck. So 15,000 behind, 10.7K in the middle. What is he representing here? He certainly could have a straight. I mean, what is he bluffing here with is a better question, right? Maybe ace queen with a 1 diamond. He's definitely going to go for it. And Wiktor, I mean, what a brutal spot. 5-7, you lose to a 6, you lose to a flush. He does go for it. How much is that bet? 6,000 there, it looks like. Limitless looks a little sick. Is he really going to lay it down again? Is he really? Oh, he lays it down again. Wow. Wow, Fedor Holz. I mean, that was such a beautiful river. The 8 completes the 6 as well, too, if you happen to have a 6. Wow. Nice play there once again by Fedor. Limitless in the tank once again. Another fold. The young prince, the bluffing machine. This guy's Doug Polk, man. We might be seeing Doug Polk right here. This might be the second coming of the Supreme Leader with all this bluffing we're seeing right now. My God, man. I thought Doug Polk was the biggest bluffer. Remember, we used to call that guy the biggest bluffer, Doug Polk. The Doug Polk dog shit special. You guys remember that? Ace deuce of spades. Another 4-bet alert. Lock in. Big pot energy brewing here in the headquarters. Fedor is going to call. Flops 8-5-4. Gut shot. Backdoor straight draw. Backdoor. Nope. Just a gutter. And a backdoor flush draw for Fedor. Wiktor, not loving it. Top pair. And by top pair, I mean no pairs. I don't know what else happened this hand. I'm out of line. Wiktor's going to bet 3,000. Fedor, most likely going to check call. Has the gutter. Has the backdoor flush draw. Where did I see a backdoor straight draw? I don't even know where I'm at right now. That early 500 like edible kicking in the headquarters. Fedor call. Here we go, guys. A dicey turn. The 10 of spades as the big pot energy is absolutely brewing right now. It feels, this doesn't feel good for Wiktor, guys. I've seen this before. It doesn't end well. Turn is the 10, top pair, top kicker, nut flush draw, all in.
Okay.
He calls. What's the river gonna be? Any 3 or spade?
Nice hand.
King. Look at that. $55,000 pot goes over the latest splash dance comes in to Granu.
To this table.
Hits him with a little shimmy.
I couldn't. The splash dance on GGP games just terrible to get.
That's the last thing you want to see.
You lose like 500k pots and you get this dance.
Sounds fun.
Because spade, no spade, well, not better.
I just felt like you were a little loosey-goosey.
Can be sometimes. Loosey goosey eating sandwich.
Exactly. No.
No, I'm not eating sandwich today. I'm actually too tight from what I saw. Wiktor Limitless today.
Wiktor Limitless. That's
Yes,
correct.
yes, no more. I mean, well played.
I'll do the
Dude,
splash
I
dance.
hope
Can we put it back
Stefan's
up one more time? I don't know how it goes. He like shakes his. What does he do? He like does a shimmy. He's like.
And he starts blasting more. More.
That guy does. Martin Kropp, Joe, you need to be part of more commentary on GG, please. Well, we'll see. See what happens, Poppy. Left-hand side might be a 4-bet alert for Fedor. Extended step is hilarious, dude. 4-bet alert on the left. Fedor. Can the guy get 2 in a row? I expect just a call from the pocket tens. He does just call. Safe board for pocket tens. 9 deuce deuce. Fedor Holz, the young prince. 4-bet alert. Lock in. Backdoor straight draw. No, backdoor flush draw rather. What is going on here today? I'm so used to everyone always having a backdoor straight draw and Pot Limit Omaha, the great game. I just want to say everyone has a backdoor straight draw. Fedor bets, standard size, small, 25-50. See how Limitless decides to react to this 4-bet pre-flop. Expect to see him check call here. Maybe there is some check raise small sometimes, but not super familiar with these 4-bet spots. He does check raise small, 56-40. Now Fedor, queen 5, does have the backdoor flush draw. And backdoor trips is true. Backdoor trip draw. You're right. 2 backdoor trip draws. So Fedor. Maybe call 1. I don't know. Not a good hand to have here. Probably going to be continuing here with his ace highs, ace king, ace queen, his pairs as well. Just 4-bet bluffs at a 9, 10, 9 offsuit. Hands like that. Queen 5 suited. Seems on the cusp, but more likely a fold. But he doesn't necessarily need to improve to win the pot. He can potentially turn it into a bluff if shown weakness at. Fedor does call. Turn. Not a good card for Fedor. It's the 10 of clubs. Full house for Wiktor. And if Wiktor doesn't know it, but if he wants to get any more money out of this pot, check it over to him, Poppy. Can Wiktor get this bluff out of Fedor? Bet small. That's not going to do it. Fedor lays it down.
Okay, Wiktor, okay. If that was a bluff, then good. But I don't think so.
I didn't think it was bluff way too much to this session.
Little break, dealer change. I will actually call it a night soon. I think we have like 500
Alright.
now or something.
Yeah, sure.
So before you heat up, you know.
I just
Can't tolerate this.
Yeah.
I like the other Wiktor
Currently
better.
at full.
The full Danovsky one.
Yes, that's quite embarrassing actually. The jack nine will work too. Although, I mean, had some folding hands. Could
So left-hand side, Fedor, once again, a lot of sausage this session for him. Got that second nut flush draw. King 5 of hearts. If you bet on Wiktor today, all you have left will be sausages in your hands. Well, I bet on Wiktor, so I'm feeling great about my bet. And I'm not going to bet on him for the next session, okay? Nah, you know what? Maybe, I don't know, man. You can't go. Fedor's been killing it here. He bet pots at left-hand side. So Fedor, we're getting deeper here. So Limitless, in theory, should have an advantage, deeper stack against the young prince, the tournament player, the tournament specialist. So Wiktor, King 10, second pair, King kicker, Fedor Holz, King high flush draw. Wouldn't be surprised to see Wiktor fold this one. He does call reverse Queen of hearts. The young prince rewarded. The run good was not going to last for long for Limitless. And now Fedor's got a decision to make. $30,000 behind, 21.9K in the middle. Rivers the flush, second nuts. He's got to be thinking, what does this guy Wiktor have? You know, could have an ace, probably not a straw, maybe ace 5. I mean, you got to pray this guy maybe has a flush. Basically, you go into prayer mode here. You make a bet and you pray. You pray they got something to call you down with because you just made an unbelievably strong hand on the late street in a massive pot with deep stacks behind. Every poker player's dream. And now you're wondering, how much do you bet? What's this guy have? What do I think he's got? So here we go. Very deep in the tank, Limitless. Could have watched a movie by now. He does bet 13,000. And now if you're Limitless, what kind of hands do you want to call with here? 2 pair hands, flushes. Seems to be about it, right? Obviously, if you have King Jack somehow.
Yeah, this one.
You have like ace 5, he does lay it down. Another hand goes Fedor Holz's way. As he's getting a little bit back there from Limitless. Fedor Holz going to be up over $100,000 for the match so far. And they're deep at both tables. We got 60K on the right. We got 30K on the left. Right-hand side, Fedor's going to check call the turn. River is a queen. So Wiktor could have got a little more value if that river wasn't a queen. He already had the mate straight, and now he's probably going to lose some value. So he's got to hope Fedor basically has a an ace, or he's got to hope he has an ace or some type of two pair, maybe king queen, maybe ace five. We got my man Gus in the chat. He says, thanks for the fun, guys. Thank you, Gus. Congratulations on your victory, my friend. I'll talk to you soon. Fedor deciding what to do. Ace four. Maybe one of the weakest hands he would call with.
You could have queen X, huh?
Yeah, that's my bluff usually.
Yes. But also 10x. So, how do I decide what to call? I don't like that I have my second card.
Fedor's talking it out. He said, do you have a queen? Maybe like queen 8 to turn into a bluff.
That could
Block
be a
around
bluff,
the
huh? He says and smiles. Okay. Funny because true, or just funny like this?
No information. I don't know. I need to work on my tells.
Fedor trying to get a live read on him. I feel like Fedor has made the right decisions here. He's been able to get away from these moments. And he does
Okay.
call
I guess
$16,000 pot goes
much stuff, so
over to Limitless.
Don't you understand? It's actually good for testing with camera, because we're not really used to.
Yeah, it's much harder with camera than with.
Jake Austin, this is fire. We need a marathon like Vanessa and D-Nex did. Well, right-hand side, Fedor Holz putting a RCR in a random check raise in the turn with the ace deuce. I mean, he does have that future blocker.
So you min raise and then you bet the bluff.
I missed. But I had a good head to 3-bet. Yes.
Turn down this light a little bit. And it gets through! No way!
Thanks.
Fedor Holz
You
check
always say
raises
it
the turn and
then,
gets it through.
And then it's not a good fold. I don't believe you. good fold. Very nice.
I mean, it is great for me. I am indeed very happy.
That's true. That it makes sense. Now I understand the meaning of a good fold, because I thought good fold, I was folding good. But
Maybe I'm very happy you folded. Then you.
Right hand table, both players river a flush.
That's my card.
Fedor with the
Wiktor.
bigger flush,
You
jack
know
high
that.
flush. Wiktor a little unlucky with the 10 high flush.
Pink.
Limitless might be able to get away from this one as well. Probably not. He does
I
call.
think
Fedor
they're
Holz
losing,
takes
yeah.
down a $9,000 pot. Slightly.
I told
Better
you,
flush.
it's my card.
yes.
I try to make it easier for you.
Try to give chance. All right, no worries. Yeah, if you wanna play some more, let me know. Or if you like bored later or something.
Yeah, probably not tonight, but maybe next
But like
time.
just in general, because it's like 1.7k hands, man. I'm stuck. No. I need to make a big session next. By the way, guys, I'm not
Moonlight
using
Masters and Pokemon
lipstick.
highlights, too.
I don't know why. It's so for some everyone fucking says it. I don't use it. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm biting them. That's maybe possible. That's why.
I think Victor said it looks like he's wearing lipstick. And it kind of does. He looked at me like, what? Yeah, once he overbets the turn, most likely, sometimes two pair, right? 10-9, 10-8, 9-8, flush draws. And Fedor does overbet 12,000.
I have no pair.
Victor folds pretty quickly.
What are you doing again, Victor, on the river? With
I had
no
a not gut shot, man. Come on. It's, I
then
saw you.
check raise river.
I mean, yeah. Maybe. I don't think check raising river. I think you wanted to check raising river. They're like, why no check raise?
Not sure.
I'm
Maybe I
always.
did. I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure if you go for the check raise. That's the spot where I think even Victor isn't entirely
Yeah.
balanced against me in this
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah, it's depends on mood a lot.
Fedor turns to trips on the left. We got Melissa in the chat. She says their table talk is wholesome as at AF. I agree. It's like taking a car ride through the country.
Yeah.
Having a good time. Fedor picks up the side on the left-hand side. So Fedor's still up over $100,000 right now. Chat seems to be embracing the name Wiktor Limitless right now. So hey, maybe that's going to be a new thing. I'm sure he'll love that when he's playing and not folding and making hands. Well, I guess yeah.
Nice.
Good.
Good. Lucky me. Okay.
Everyone's going to start bluffing Victor way more now. He's going to start wondering, why is everybody so much more
Wow.
aggressive against me lately?
These two last.
And
two
now
hands.
for me, time to go to bank and deposit on GG Poker because Fedor took my money. Yeah, GG, well played, man.
GG, Victor.
Yeah.
I'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah.
GG's and cheers.
See ya. Yeah.